So, any questions right now? Okay. Inspiration for your trip. I really like going on trips that have a theme, no matter what the theme is. Some themes are much more practical than others. I have the most fun with themes that really make no sense whatsoever. I'm very much into food, so food is usually my theme behind a trip. I've eaten my way through several countries. If you're going to do a wine tour, most people recommend that you choose just a single varietal and you focus on that so you don't get overwhelmed. Just both sort of physically and then also your taste buds will hate you if you're trying 10 different varieties at every winery that you stop at along the way. So just choose one kind of wine that's your favorite and then go explore that in particular. Tracing your own cultural heritage, great excuse to take a trip and get off the beaten path. A friend of mine just put 4,000 miles on her rover going through Ireland, sort of tracing her heritage. Hotel hopping is something I do a lot. I'm more into food than I am into hotels, but I'm certainly a hotel geek. It can be a lot of fun to go to a city that's known for a lot of good hotels and try a different one every single night. It's time consuming, but I guess if you're getting them to pack your luggage, that makes it easier. Sailing or skiing, these are like the classic excuses for taking a trip, and there's good links on that handout for both of those things. So the crazier or more useless your theme is, I say the more fun you're going to have. So I mean, like, go off and plan a wedding. One of the I'm going to go ahead and say that the most fun I've ever had in Paris was with a friend of mine who was planning his wedding there. He had no idea who he's going to marry or when it was going to be, but he planned out his wedding there, and I helped him out, and it was just ridiculous and a bunch of fun. And then last year he actually pulled through with all of those plans and had this amazing guerrilla wedding on the top of the Arc de Triomphe, and it was really fun. It made for a great trip. If you're thinking about studying abroad somewhere, going and checking it out, do something that's going to get you off the beaten path, out of the hotel pool, stuff like that. So if you've got a favorite movie, the classic one there is Lord of the Rings, going to New Zealand, seeing all the places where they filmed Lord of the Rings because they're gorgeous. I'm working on saying that I've skied on every continent. I've got 3 on the list now. It's just such a pretentious goal that I'm purposely making no effort at it whatsoever. But I have a feeling I might get there anyways because I love skiing. So crazy stuff like that. Try and be really arbitrary. So speaking of crazy, Stefan and I this summer almost went to India to participate in this road rally. These guys are racing from Chennai all the way across to Mumbai, but instead of doing it in cars, they're actually doing it in auto rickshaws. It's just an absolutely crazy rally. I couldn't find any of the good pictures. You have to go watch the videos, but these are teams of 3 in these tiny rickshaws, and you grab onto the roof and you kick the other drivers, and it's a lot of fun. And I think you can see it on the right there. That's the rickshaw that won, and it's called Curry and Hurry, which I think is great. Great places to start. Looking for inspiration. If you're really just throwing darts at the map and you want to just come up with somewhere crazy to go, Abercrombie and Kent. This is not the clothing company. These are the original people 200 years ago who put together truly amazing safaris for British people. They have expanded a lot over the years, and they are hands down, without a doubt, the elite travel agency of the world. This is nothing compared to American Express or National Geographic for that matter. It's not just safaris anymore. They do a lot of cultural things as well. But this is, they will get you your private jet, and they will, buy out an entire hotel for you, et cetera, et cetera. Very, very high-end stuff. A lot of fun. They've got a lot of access to places that you can only get to through them. So even if you're not planning on booking through them, I strongly suggest checking out their website. It's really good photography. And if you don't have any ideas, once you go to their website, then you may as well just give up. National Geographic, just as cool, but very different. They're not going for the extremely luxurious experience. They're looking for more exotic experiences. Again, they've got access to places where you can only get to those places through them, such as the North Pole. They're working on a trip to space. That's not necessarily going to be 5-star accommodations and super comfortable, but they can get you really, really cool places. And then UNESCO, as in the United Nations, they have their list of the World Heritage Sites, which are essentially a list of about 1,000 of the coolest places on Earth, most of which I've never heard of, and a lot of them seem really interesting. I'm trying to think of an example around here. I don't think there are that many in Pennsylvania, but it's really cool to look at an area and see which parts of that area have been designated by the United Nations as a critical piece of history to everybody in the world. So they've got a great list. Again, those links are on the handout.